Now, I know everyone is really excited about the Halloween event, and I mean, come on, look at this. What's not to be excited? Like, they completely outdid themselves this year for the event, and I am loving every second of it. I mean, come on. We even have a new hunter, little mini warhounds, a whole bunch of gear, and much more hitting the game. I mean, even the scarecrow outfit is pretty cool, in my opinion. But it's not all about the Halloween event. We also have the Division 2 Survivors. That's right. Survival 2.0 was not only confirmed, it has been in production. They have been developing it, and they gave us a lot of news. They gave us some good news and not so good news. So what I'm going to do is we're going to hit you with that intro. I'll catch you up to speed. I'll let you see what the developers have posted, all the new screenshots, all the new information, and so much more. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope you're having a good weekend. Here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, so sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below, and finally, shout out where you're from. It's cool to see where everyone is from, but that's right, the Division 2 Survivors. Now, this is a Survival 2.0. Remember, Survival was one of the expansions for the first game, and it was a PVE or PvP mode. Now, you were able to do both through the PvP, obviously, with the NPCs, but if you did not care to PvP, you could toggle it to where it was PvE only. Now, the problem with that is if you were to do PvE only, you would be fighting for loot, right? I mean, you can't shoot the other person, but they can take the loot right there in front of you. So a lot of people have that problem whenever they're facing, PvE only survival. And that's what I was worried about for Survivors, where if it was going to be a PvE only game mode, then it would just be a fight to see who can get the loot first. So I was very excited to hear that PvP was back on the menu, boys. It's going to be pretty cool. So we're going to have PvP and PvE modes for Survivors. They being Magnus. Remember, Magnus is the new creative director. I'm saying new with like quotations because he was the Division 1 creative director. He went away. Julian came in, then Yannick came in, and now Magnus is back. And not only that, but he's back to rework the entire map. So in their live stream, he stated that they redid the entire Washington, D.C. map, and they also redid the underground to where it's going to have all of the same streets and all of the same buildings and landmarks and what have you, but they did completely rework it for this game mode. It's going to be a completely one-off. It's going to have nothing to do with this style map as far as we know it. Now, another thing, they did say that there will be testing next year. However, they said that the only people testing it next year would be ETF members, and that they were excited. A lot of people, tried to join the ETF. That part left the community scratching their heads. They're like, hold on, we're waiting a year for ETF people to test it out? Okay, that's cool. But it is what it is. We know that testing will be, coming soon, and that this will be rolling out, hopefully, within the next year or so. But truly, there's no release date, nothing like that. So, yeah, this is what it is. But the developers went ahead and they went on social media. They posted a little blurb with a nice little post. And then I have their whole live stream breaking down Survivors. That way, if you miss that part of the live stream, this is to catch you up. But it's a very exciting thing. If you like survival, this is a great time to come back to the Division 2. If you have never played survival, it is a great time to pick up the Division 1 and survival. It is a very fun game mode, but it is different from everything else in the game. You have to survive, whether it be medicine, water, food, clothing, shelter, heat. There's so many things you have to worry about when it comes to survival on top of the loot. So, it's pretty cool. But hey, here's the blurb that they just posted, and then we'll talk about all the other information, and we'll finish up with their live stream. But I hope you enjoy. Get comfortable, get that popcorn ready, and let's roll it.
That bad snowstorm is central to the experience. But what we really want to add to that in Survivors is to just more variety, expand. What about a beautiful, clear, daytime, crisp winter day with the risk of a snowstorm? And what that does in terms of dynamic, it changes the temperature dynamically, it changes the NPC detection ranges dynamically, and you just have to adapt your plans on the fly, and that is going to make it more replayable, you need a bigger toolbox in terms of your tactics, etc.
So shortly after they posted that snippet, they also had this article. Now, it's just having little bullet points, PvP returns, PVE returns. It'll have different dynamic weather, daytime, nighttime. It'll be a full reworked map, etc. And then they also posted some new screenshots here that they had during the live stream. So this is the reworked, this was the control point, right? Oh no, hold on. This would be the control point where that fallen airplane is. Okay. This looks like some sort of, it's just inside of a building, actually. It's the bottom story of a building during big survival feels. And picking up a teddy bear. Hey, I don't even think we've picked up a teddy bear this entire time. Here's the new underground look, and I'm loving it. It's getting Division 1 underground feels, and remember, this is from the creative director from the first Division. So this is going to be some big stuff, man. Big stuff indeed. But I don't want to waste too much time building up the hype. I just want you to watch what the developers had to say in the end, because they reveal a lot. It's going to be day and night, PVE, PvP. It's going to be a completely reworked map. It's going to be doing testing next year, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I think this is going to bring the community back in a big way, but I really hope this is not the only thing for PvP coming to the community. The PvP community has been saying for years and years and years, I mean, it's been over 5 years where they have been asking for some sort of PvP update, and it seems this is the only PvP update we have ever seen since then. Now, yes, we have had some rebalancing here and there, but it's really nothing for the PvP community. This seems to be a big step in the right direction, and we all know that I love survival, and I am going to be playing Survivors non-stop. I can't wait. But hey, let's go ahead and jump to the developers. I hope everyone is having a great weekend, and let's get caught up on Division 2 Survivors. I'm Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one, all right? Now, for all of this information and more, it is on my Twitter page, X if you're nasty. So just follow me over here at Kamikazevondoom for anything Division related before I make a YouTube video. I've already posted and shared all of this information, the last day or two ago. So we're compiling all of it, and we are putting it in a video for you. So I hope you enjoy. And without further ado, let's jump over to the developers.
Could you tell us a bit more about you and what you do on this project?
So, yes, hello everyone. My name is Magnus Jansén, and I have the privilege of being the creative director on the Division 2 Survivors. And my role is, what is my role? I am the holder of the vision. I sort of run and keep everybody online, on track, going towards the same goal. And I also have the pleasure of representing the team as a spokesperson in situations like this. The amazing team, wherever they're sitting. I don't know. We're in the basement, but they're up there somewhere.
Yeah. So I was not in Gamescom, but I promise that this time, if Anais lose her voice, I'll be here. I'm drinking water for that. I'm being prepared. I know that you haven't got the T-shirt yet because it's early in development, like we mentioned, but it's getting cold. I know it's Halloween season yet, but it's getting cold. it's getting closer to the winter season, and which means that it's getting closer to the survival season. So are you gonna join survival on Division 1 in this end of year?
I mean, winter is it is getting colder, and that means you start thinking about those cold storms in survival. And I still think it's the best realized howling snowstorm there's been in gaming to this day. So yeah, and I hope it doesn't get that cold outside, by the way.
Me too. I'm Brazilian.
Yeah.
I don't like cold.
Now, no, and of course it is getting colder here. Not in the southern hemisphere, so lucky you. But it's getting colder. So yeah, it's the season for survival for sure.
Cool.
Yeah. And now might be the perfect time to brushing up those skills. You never know what happens in the future. And actually, on Xbox Game Pass right now, the Division 1 is available. So it's just a little add-on to play some survival. But you're not here blessing us with your presence to talk about survival. We're going to talk about the Division 2 survivors.
Mm-hmm.
So what can you share with us and the community today?
Yeah, I mean, we're hard at work. One thing that I've seen people talk about, and I just wanted to confirm that we will have both a PvP and a PvE option. Group play always, like that's a given for the Division. So for me, it's so central to the whole Division experience that you can decide what you want to do on any given day. Do I want to have that adversarial experience, or do I want to go in and collaborate with people? And so that's something we're bringing back for survivors, but we want to improve it. I mean, obviously we're always looking to improve. One thing that I want to mention that I don't think is perfect is when you're playing in PvE, you spawn and you run into people that are not in your group. Sometimes there can be almost like an adversarial feeling where you're not communicating correctly, and to just avoid stealing each other's loot or stepping on each other's toes, you sort of split up, which to me is like the opposite of what we want to create. We want to, in PvE, right? We want to create, how do we have extend a hand and help out and collaborate better. So that's an area where we're looking to improve for survivors when it comes to the PvE side of things.
Yeah, you're talking about bringing stuff back, and snow is coming back, as we know, and people are super excited about. What else can we expect from the weather?
As I mentioned, right, that bad snowstorm is central to the experience. But what we really want to add to that in Survivors is to just more variety, expand.
Mm-hmm.
What about a beautiful, clear, daytime, crisp winter day with the risk of a snowstorm? And what that does in terms of dynamic, it changes the temperature dynamically, it changes the NPC detection ranges dynamically, and you just have to adapt your plans on the fly, and that is going to make it more replayable. You need a bigger toolbox in terms of your tactics, etc.
Okay, we talk about the weather, but last week we shared a teaser, we shared a concept art on our socials, and that showed the White House in a completely different way that people were used to. And that kind of confirmed that we are in DC, but it's not the DC that we know, right? What can you tell us about the map? Like, what do you think players will think about the map? Is it going to be familiar or not?
I mean, we are, well, I'm not, but the people upstairs are hard at work transforming the Washington, D.C. that you know, right? Adding new discoveries, adding new surprises, and so stories, the events and the situation that the city is in now with the snowstorm. It's created new stories. We need to reflect that in the environmental storytelling, but also in the locations that you find. So there's a lot of that transformation going on, but it's also about the gameplay and supporting that variety of weather. Because if a snowstorm hits, you might want to duck in, go into the underground,
Mm-hmm.
especially if there's no good indoor above ground passage available. So you go down into the underground, and we expand that
Oh,
network.
we have some beautiful
We expand the sewer system, the underground system, to allow for more passengers, more crisscrossing, alternative paths, especially when combined with the temperatures that we'll be seeing during the snowstorms. So that's one way that we're transforming. The final way that I want to talk about is that because of the events that's led up to the situation that you're in Survivors, there's been a lot of change to many of the places you know, and that is perhaps the most exciting thing to work on. And I can't tell you how amazing and sort of like almost forbidden it feels to be fighting in a place that was previously not an area that you could be fighting in the main game. So those are some of the exciting ways in that we're transforming DC, so that everyone will get a fresh experience when they get to play Survivors.
Really cool. And sorry for cutting you off. I'm so amazed by these concept art images, and they're new to us as well. It's no big batch that we just throw at you. They are new, so I'm like, wow, looking really cool.
This one is actually my background now, my wallpaper on my computer.
Yeah, I'm sure it's plenty of people's wallpaper. I can imagine why. Leo, I have a question for you. So during Gamescom, we discussed how the ETF will be revamped, the Elite Task Force program, that's our inside program, and how they and the community will take part in, helping shape the Division 2 survivors. Where are we in that process?
Yeah, so the ETF is very important to our plans for not only Survivors, but the whole Division 2 and the future of the franchise. We're super excited to get more people in, and after reading 3,000, more than 3,000 applications, I got to know a lot of powerful stories, a lot of cool players that are part of our community. I felt that it was a very good experience to get to know more about the players who care so much about this game, and we're going to finally send the invitation to the people selected this week and next week. So keep an eye on your email. We're going to contact people through email. I can guarantee that the way that we select people was not based on performance, so it's not the top shade levels players. We're trying to get a very diverse sample of who is our community, people from different regions, from different experience, different profiles, the way that they engage with the game. So yeah, I'm super excited to this new phase of the ETF. And if you don't have the lucky to be one of the selected, I'm sure that there are going to be more opportunities in the future as well. But for those who are going to join us, we have a lot of things exciting ahead of us. And one of them is actually that we are aiming to have some of the ETF members playing Survivors next year. So that's going to be huge. We're super excited to have real players playing Survivors, helping Magnus on the development of this experience. And yeah, I'm super excited for it.
That's really cool. And if you're, didn't apply for DTF or won't be accepted, then we will keep the communications open with you as well. You can expect another piece of the puzzle to drop in November. So that's very soon. Very soon. November is very soon. Do you have any parting words that you want to share with the community before we say bye until then?
Well, thank you for all the comments. We, as Leo said, we read everything and we listen. Can't wait to tell you more. Can't wait for some of you to play, to have some select ETF members come here, create their new Survivors character, and just try it for the first time. So that's really exciting.
Really cool.
Yeah, I know that it was super short. We had Halloween, we had Survivors, we tried to combine everything. Thank you so much for coming here, Magnus. You're more than welcome to always return and bring more Survivors update to the community. It was a very packed stream. I think we beat all the cards for now. But yeah, I'm guessing that the community will explore and speculate about all the things that we just discussed here.
Yeah,
Right?
but you said it was very fast. We have 4 pieces of concept art that you can like zoom in on
Mm-hmm.
and you know plot. And Magnus left you with a tease on the Gamescom, and I'm not satisfied with the response. Like I feel like we should have more threads. I don't feel like anyone like really hit the nail on the head on this one. There's more to undig. So you know we're leaving you stuff. Come on, dig a bit. Show us like what do you think? What do you plot? Come on.
Cool. Guys, that was the Halloween and Survivors stream. I see you next time. Thank you, Anais. Thank you, Magnus, for coming here.
Thank you.
And yeah,
You're welcome, Leo.
Yeah.
see you
Thank you.
next time. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.